Hello, it's good to see all of you here today. My name is Craig Tischner. I'm running for one of the seats for Herriman City Council. My whole life has actually been dedicated to a lot of service, and not just necessarily in the church, but you know, service can evolve from even the smallest seed, from donating a quarter or $1 in the Salvation Army Red Bucket, during Christmas time. I donate to that all the time. I donate a lot of my time to help residents and neighbors and friends and family. It's from anywhere from shoveling snow off their driveway to helping them move these fabulous Herriman rocks that we have out here. I'm sorry, I won't help anybody with that anymore, but with my back being gone now. But it's just several different small things. Even I'll get a neighbor, a couple streets over or something, say, hey, can you help me move a piece of furniture? Because they know I'm always there for them, and they know I will always be there for them to help them with something. And also with public service, I've been very involved politically. I've assisted in several campaigns. I've worked on Carl Wimmer's campaign, Senator Chris Butter's campaign. I've worked a little bit on Sheriff Jim Winder's campaign, Peter Croon's campaign. Pretty diverse people. And also be involved. I've held caucus meetings at my house. I've hosted them. In fact, one year nobody was hosting the caucus in our precinct, and I finally stood up and said, hey, you know what, I'll host it, because nobody knew who was hosting it, nobody could figure it out. So I said, well, if there's nobody, I'll host it. Well, I ended up being elected as a delegate, and I served as a delegate, and I'm also currently as the precinct chair in precinct 3707. Just even with my profession right now, where I work in the sheriff's office, I've participated in my own time programs such as Shop with a Cop with kids. Those kids get merchandise from the stores and stuff where the families and parents can't afford to pay some of that. Well, sometimes they have a limit of only $100, or some years $150. Well, I forked out on my own money to get that extra pair of shoes for their sister or their little brother or something out of my own pocket. And you know what? I don't really like to talk about that, to be honest with you, because that to me is service. It's even that little seed that can go a long ways. I've been involved, even with my own kids. I've been very involved in their lives. I've helped coach their baseball and their t-ball teams and that. And first couple of years of that, and I'm going to have to get some advice from Jerry on that, because I'm going to be doing more and more of that coming soon. So I'm kind of hoping he'll give me some advice on that. So I'm dedicated to service, not just the church, but this is my calling where I feel I need to be elected so I can be your voice and serve you. Thank you.
Thank you for this opportunity. I think it's really important when we talk about service to our community that we recognize that it is community. And I have had the honor and the privilege to serve alongside many of you in many different opportunities over the years. Probably some of the first things that I did when I moved back to Herriman was to reestablish Fort Herriman Days, and I tried to do that with my own resources and with the help of some good friends in the community. And so that started long before we incorporated, probably about 5 years before we incorporated. And then the other opportunity that I had was, many of you who are new to the community might not know, but we had an environmental cleanup here in the city. And EPA showed up on our door and was going to tear out a lot of things and replace some things. And I had the privilege of serving as a grant administrator we applied for some monies and allowed for the community to have a voice in that process, and I was involved in that. And then Jerry spoke of Herriman Elementary School. Again, prior to incorporation, they were trying to decide what they were going to do with just a little bit of extra money that they had at the Jordan School District. And they really weren't sure that they should build the school out here yet because our numbers, they weren't sure going to support it, but we kept telling them, they're coming, you need to build it here. And we were firm, and we were grateful that they actually came and they built it here. My son, my youngest son, actually was the first class of sixth graders to go to that school. And so I was grateful that he was there. And the year that he was there, I helped organize what we called the Herriman Helping Hands at the elementary school. And loved those kids. They were great. They would go out and help with a lot of our elderly folks in the community and rake their leaves and clean up trash and do good things like that. Over the years, I've also had the privilege of serving alongside you at all of our events, at the Arts Council events. I see you at Fort Herriman Days and all of the different things that we do during the year. And that has been an honor, not only to serve, but to serve alongside of you. And I recognize that it takes more than one person to build a community. And I am so grateful for all of you and for the things that you have given here. I currently also serve as a board member at UTA, and so I am trying to look at Herriman's interest in transit opportunities for the future, and have tried to encourage those things to happen in our city, and have been active in encouraging the city to preserve a corridor for those things to happen as well. Now, when we speak of serving the community, I think that that's probably one of the most important things that you can do, is to be involved. And I will pledge to you that I will continue to be informed, engaged, and involved in our community. And I hope to see you, in fact, Saturday night at the Pumpkin Run at 5 o'clock at the park. Thank you.